Okay guys, so I thought it would be a little fun to do a Borderlands 2 grinding methods video. Now, if those of you who are maybe new to games or have never heard the term grinding before, that is when you just go and level up a character. Power leveling is as fast as you can, so I'm going to say grinding is just when you get kills and kills and just keep killing enemies and just leveling up constantly. So, here's just a video of the methods that I've used to get levels fairly quickly without power leveling. Power leveling is just say I go to a game with my 72 Axton and with a level 1 and I kill one enemy, he goes up like 3 levels. So power leveling is when you just get somebody to level up for you. Or level up your character. Now, these bully monks aren't here. But this is like a spot that I used. I might level up here in this video. So, the spots that I use for the grinding methods is I use the 3 horns divide, which is, I'm pretty sure this is the divide, let me double check. 3 horns divide. You want to go here. This is where I gained at least 3 or 4 levels with the Mecro alone. I think with Mai I gained like 2. I never did it with Axton. But you just want to kill these bully mongs here. On Ultimate Vault Hunter, you get at least 400 or 500 per kill, and there's maybe about 8 to 10 bully mongs in this spot. Then there's Rack up here. They're not here because I killed them in the last video. Or in another video, I meant to say. Then you want to go over here. So let's just take a vehicle, because we're going to be doing a lot. Why I like this spot, why I think this spot's very unique, is there's all these bully mongs. Like there's bully mongs in this little spot here, there's bully mongs over there, which you'll see in a second. There's some over there, up there, and there's some here. There's enemies over there, which I avoid. Then there's bully mongs over there. Then there's also Savage Lee, which you get the Uncapped Herald from, but also every unique enemy or badass enemy, I should say, you get a lot of XP for. And every time you kill Savage Lee, you get like 5,000 XP. And badass enemies are usually 2-3 levels ahead of you, so he's like level 64 if you're a 62. So you'll get a lot of XP from just Savage Lee alone. So killing him along with all these bully mongs, like right there, 461 XP. Now, you might not get that much XP. One thing you will want to have with you when you're doing these grinding methods is you want to have a Moxie's Endowment Relic, which allows you to get more XP from combat. You get that from the Good, the Bad, and the Mordecai mission, which is in the story. So get that mission done as soon as you see it, because it's very beneficial. And since it's a mission relic, it scales to your level. For some reason, I got this one at 61, and it's 8.5, and this one's only at 56, and it's 8.9. Then I have one on my Siren that's 9, I think. Either it's on my Siren or my Assassin. But yeah, you want that Endowment Relic as well before doing the grinding method. You don't need it, but I just find that you'll get way more XP if you have it. So we're going to throw Death Trap 2, because during these grinding methods, you will go down. Sometimes I've gone through and not went down, but sometimes these bully mongs sometimes on Ultimate you'll get bully rots, which are the really, really tough bully mongs. Again, more OP enemies, because Borderlands loves to get the OP enemies. Monglets, they're weak. These bastards, they're throwing balls all the time, throwing snowballs. But easy to kill when you have the Uncapped Herald in the beat. And that's another reason why you want to grind this bully mong spot too, because you'll encounter a couple of these badasses. And it gives you 1,500. Again, with the relic, you'll get more. You might get like 1,200 without it. I'm not sure. I've never tried it. But if you go back to the start of the video, you can see where my little bar was, and it's increased a little bit. But we're not done the whole area. And of course, I got the 5,000 XP from Savage Lee coming up. So after you're done this little spot, you're going to want to go over to there. A lot more bullet monks over there. So we're going to go right here, kill a couple of these guys. And I blew up my vehicle, but that's fine. That will happen. Especially if you have the Unkempt Herald, since the bullets fire everywhere.
If I hit you, you're gonna feel.
And I just realized I'm getting stacks too. So I'm just killing these guys like nothing. Now also in the fire you'll see skags. And sometimes you'll get a rabid skag, and rabid skags are worth 5,000 apiece as well. So you want to go over here and piss off the skags. Even if you get the little pup skags right here, like even they drop like almost 300. XP's XP. Now usually a rabbit you'll see, or you'll know it's a rabbit if you just look at the skag and how fast it's running. Like the rabbits are extremely fast. So if you just see a skag just tearing ass, you know it's a rabbit, and you know you're in for a lot of XP. So it's a good thing that there's rabbits, but it's bad if you don't have good gear to defend yourself with. And for once, I'm not sick doing videos. Thought I'd just throw that in there. Alright, now I'm going to throw this guy out. And there's a bully rot, as you can see, but I have a slag. So we're going to slag the shit out of him. These bully rots are annoying. Get him killed. Look at that. That bully rot alone just almost gives you 1,000 XP. So those regular bully mongs. Ruthlesses give you 600, maybe 500. Numbers will differ. And bully rots give you a lot of XP. So I think it goes from Monglets to Hardball, then Ruthless, and then Bully Rot, and then Ultimate Badass. Ultimate Badass, of course, only being in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. Normally it'll be like Badass Bully Mongs or something like that. You can go over there too, where Savage Lee was in the Necromancer skill build video. But I don't go over there for my grinding. For some reason, I don't know why. But then you might want to refill ammo at this point before you go to Savage Lee, because there is Bully Mongs along with him. And if you have an action skill, use it, because you're going to need it. Again, I find in the grinding, obviously it's easier with Axton and Gage because they have pets, or they're the pet classes. So obviously grinding should be easier with them. And since my class mod gives me +5 to 20% cooldown, and since you guys have seen my build, I filled that to 5, so I have 10 out of 5 on my action skill cooldown. Let's see, Ruthlesses, and then a Monglet right there. Got killed. So they're dead. Now, oh, we got one more, do we? He's making his way. A hardball. Okay, hardballs give almost 500. It's honestly hard to keep track of all types of bully mongs. There's like hardball, and there's slingers, and there's just a lot of bully mong types.
Everything's gonna die.
I tend to let the bully mongs like get savage. I tend to let them get Savage Lee down to just his health. Take his shields down, and I just killed Savage Lee like nothing. Usually takes me a little bit, and there. And if you saw when I killed Savage Lee, I got like 5,533, I think. And you dropped a shitty pistol. But yeah, that's just this spot that I tend to like to use. This whole Three Horns area. I don't go down there because there's normal enemies with guns, and bully mongs are just easier to take care of, and you get a lot more XP from bully mongs too. to say, do I still have my vehicle? So let's drive back. One other tip if you're going to do the grinding. Instead of driving all the way around like I did, drive through this little cave here and drive past there, because if you can see, it's auto-saved, and there's a little thing right there. So if you die, you won't go all the way to the ammo dump all the way up here, and you'll go there instead, so you'll be closer. Better for farming Savage. It's good for farming Savage Lee as well, because Savage Lee sometimes will kill you. But yeah, since that area's done... Oh, look at that. We got some regen. Perfect. I seem to think bully rots seem to spawn more in this area. Like the first area that you see when you come to the Three Horns Divide. I've encountered a lot of bully rots just in this spot. It's a common spot for them. And that's another thing you're gonna want. You're gonna want to have a slag weapon. Just say you go to shoot an enemy and they're hard to get their health down, slag them, and they'll go down like nothing. I'll put the things that you'll want to have in the description below for those of you who may have skipped over that part. And just as a backup. So now that we did that with Gage, we're going to cut over to Axton. Although he's at full level, I can still show you guys the spots that I used to get Axton up from 61 to 72 in like almost a week. So, see you guys then. Okay, so we're here with Axton now. And this area in this natural selection annex, when you get it opened up, this whole area, really good for grinding. So we're going to get started. We're going to throw turrets down. Now, like I said about a few seconds ago, with Gage, when I said that I got 61 to 72 in like a week, I actually did. Because I also incorporated the farming the loot midgets in with it, which I'm also going to throw in this video. Might as well try it. But see all these 72 enemies, they'll be 61 if you're 61. Whatever level you're at, that's what they'll be if you have ultimate. But I just went through killing these guys, killing that in there, the next spot, and killing everybody before I went into the loot midget room. And the levels you get is just unreal because the amount of enemies is crazy. And then before I leveled my 72, I realized I can go back here in this little spot over here. So after you're done here, kill all these enemies, you want to go back here. Not all the way back, just in this area right here. Because as you can see, we got some Rabid. We got a Rabid, which is 5,000 XP. And since my accident is full, you're not going to see any numbers, unfortunately, but take my word for it, I was getting like 5,000 per Rabid kill. And you will too. So you want to kill all these skags. As you can see, all the enemies here is unreal. And you want to make sure to help out your pet, whatever you have, Death Trap if you're using Gage, and Turrets if you're using Axton. Because the longer they're alive, the better. Especially if you use the build that I have for my Axton, which is the slag bullets and all that. Now, if there's Pomone and Toomba, which are the legendary drops and rare enemies, or unique enemies, I should say, badass enemies, for some reason, there's a lot more enemies around here when they're there. So, XP will differ. Now we're going to go up here. Now you want to open those boxes too, because loot midgets can pop out of there. Now loot midgets give, I think, a couple thousand XP as well. I actually forget the numbers of the loot midgets because after a while I just stopped looking at the numbers. Now when you do the loot midgets, you will encounter Jimmy Jenkins, Now, I used to hate Jimmy Jenkins till then I looked at how much I got from killing him. Jimmy Jenkins will give 5,000 plus XP per kill. I know that for sure. So if you encounter Jimmy Jenkins in a loot midget farming, do not fret, because you will get a nice reward for killing him. And he's very easy to kill. I'm just going to try to get through this part as fast as I can. Usually I just have like I have videos playing constantly when I'm doing these farming, because when I have background noise, I don't even realize I'm doing like a pretty kind of boring part, because I've probably done this part almost, I want to say, nearly 200 times. I've probably gone through. Then if you count my story modes, and then if you count my loot midget runs. But yeah, these are just the best spots to get XP at. And then when you get in there, in the room that I'm about to get into, there's badass skags. And there's also a badass stalker here that's about to show up here any minute now. You just gotta kill all the robot enemies to trigger him. There he is. He gives at least, I think, 4,000, 5,000 XP. So there's just XP up the asshole, these spots that I'm showing you guys. And that area with the Bullymongs, I just recently started using for Gage. Gage and Maya. And I got a lot of XP from just those, for those characters, just from that one spot alone. But for Axton, I used this spot, and I gained, like I said, I got my 72 in about a week. And that was just loot midget farming. Going through this spot, and then doing the midgets. You might have heard the trigger, my apologies. The sniper is in the... You have to keep pressing the button for this sniper. Now I'll let my skill refill up. Go collect the loot. Because you do not want to go in this spot without your action skill. It's just a very annoying spot. The stalkers are just a pain in the ass to try to keep still. And they all have that shield. Little side note for those who don't know, stalkers do not go invisible if they don't have a shield. So try to shoot their shield down as soon as possible. So by the time you get to the spot with all the stalkers, like in the story mode, you want to have a good shock weapon. You get a good shock SMG if you follow the guidelines for the Assassinate the Assassin quest. If you kill Assassin Watt with a pistol, I'm pretty sure it's Watt with a pistol, you get a shock SMG, which is really good. I personally don't like it, but it's a good weapon. I just don't like it because I don't use shock weapons a lot, because I just use the Unkept Herald. Explosive damage kind of just takes over any type, takes over armor, kills normal weapons just like that, as you're seeing. And it usually dominates right through shields too. So my turret was down there doing work, so I should have killed them. Right there, badass skag. Couple thousand XP just from killing him.
Damn, that was fun.
You want to run by this. You want to run through here and then go right here. Because once you get that save, you're good. Because if you don't, you're going to go right back to where it cut to when I cut to Axton. You're going to spawn right back there. That used to piss me off when I would do my farming attempts. Usually these skags would sneak up on me and kill me somehow. Oh, you're corrosive. Oh, don't shoot me. Not gonna happen. Okay. Whoa, he dropped a headpiece. That's crazy. Unfortunately, I already have it. I never had one of those skags drop a headpiece for me before. Pretty neat. Yeah, did I open this box? Like I said, you want to always open those yellow boxes because the loot midget will come out of them. Also, the lockers right here, loot midgets will pop out. Now, the loot midgets you want to be cautious with are the wee jet loaders, because they eventually get up and fly if you don't kill them fast enough, and they'll glitch out of the map. They haven't fixed that loot midget yet, but that's happened to me at least 2 or 3 times. Wow, these are decent weapons. Okay, I always like to get these because they refill ammo. Loot midgets also come out of these. They haven't come out of these for me in this room yet, but in other spots they've come out of there. Now you want to get your action skill ready, because this spot you want to kill some midgets, and they drop a lot of XP. So the loot midgets are also really good for XP. They at least drop they drop 1,000 plus. I know it's over 1,000, but just to be safe, I'll say 1,000 plus. And they drop kick-ass loot, so you have a chance at getting kick-ass loot, but you're also getting XP, so either way you're gaining from this. Come on, not a legendary? Really? Not a single one? Wow. But yeah, that's at least 10,000, 15,000 XP just from the loot midgets alone. You'll get in that spot. Then you'll get the at least couple thousand from the badass skags in those areas. The badass loader that comes out of there, 5,000 XP. Then if you kill Pomone and Toomba in that spot I showed you at the round, the first one I cut to Axton, a couple thousand from them each. Because when they're never apart. There's never just Pomone and never just Toomba. They're always Pomone and Toomba. You just have to... Sometimes Toomba likes to wander, but they're always together. So if you're lucky enough to get Pomone and Toomba, along with all the thousands of XP you're going to get from these guys who were definite, you're going to be kicking ass. So yeah, that was just some grinding methods. I was just showing you guys. I thought I would share my methods with you. I leveled up very quickly using those methods. Yeah. Like I said, like I always say, I hope you guys use these methods. If they work for you, let me know. I like to continue to do videos for you guys. And I love knowing that my stuff helps you guys. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.